I'm Lynn Gilbert with AMTS. Thank you for all joining me for What Do You Want to Know Wednesday. We're going to start this series off and do it every single Wednesday in May. And a couple people sent in questions. So I'm going to go through the program and answer just a few questions. And if anybody has any other questions or wants to know any tips or tricks in the program, just shoot us an email, lynn@agmodelsystems.com, and we can maybe do that next week. So for this week, we're going to look at the program and just look in the feed screen. So this is AMTS.pro. And this is the feed screen. So the first thing, the question was, how in the world can I clean up this feed screen? There's so many feeds on here because this is this farm's been around here for a little while. How can I easily sort my feeds? So this is a pretty easy fix. So if you go right up here to the top, there's this little diamond. If you click on it, it puts everything in alphabetical order. So if you're looking for a specific feed, you can easily sort them out and you can decide what you want to look at or keep or change a price on or whatever. The other thing that I had a question about was, so once you start getting a whole bunch of feeds and farms are pretty large, the program sometimes slows down a little bit, and it's oftentimes because there's a whole bunch of mixes or there's a lot of unused feeds on the farm. So what you can do is you can go right up here to the top and say remove unused feeds. So when you click on that, you get this little box and it's going to tell you everything that is in here that isn't used in a diet currently. Now if I want to use this alfalfa hay if I want to just keep it, I can uncheck it, but all the rest of them I'm going to get rid of and just clean up this farm. So I'm going to say select unused feeds. It says there's no return. So I can say okay. It's going to take out those feeds. And now my list is much more manageable. And if I need those feeds or if I want to go back and look at them ever, I can always go into my backup farm to see what I was feeding a year ago or 2 years ago or whatever. The other thing in the feed screen, I get questions a lot about what are these little boxes? So if you hover over this little box, it's going to tell you exactly. So this says updated via CNCPS. When suppliers give us feeds to add to our library, sometimes they're not vetted by CNCPS because it takes a long time for them to get vetted, and maybe they just had a spec change or something like that. So we'll update them in the AMTS library and you'll see a little dot beside it. And so it'll say updated by supplier, or like this one was updated in the CNCPS. This is the canola meal. So that's how you can tell if it's from CNCPS or if we updated it. Or if you, the user, want to add a note and you add a note to a feed. So if I go edit, I can add notes down here at the bottom. By saying show notes, I can add in there, and I have here are my notes. So you can put in what kind of chopper they use, what length they cut things at, or whatever's really important to you, so you can keep that name pretty short. And then when you hover over it, you'll see right there in the feed screen your note. So those are my quick tips and tricks for What Do You Want to Know Wednesday. If you have more questions or if you want to go over anything next week, shoot me an email, let me know. And I hope everybody's staying safe, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.